Welcome back. It's been a rough go for Nike, with the shares down nearly 25% since the new CEO, former intern Elliott Hill, took over last October. But the stock is trading slightly higher, 2.5% into its fourth quarter earnings report after the bell today. Analysts think sales will still drop about 15% year on year. It's based on some foot traffic data from Placer AI. Store visits have been dropping for 8 straight months year over year. The only real question here is whether the bottom could be in, with firms like Jefferies and Bernstein starting to suggest that. Let's bring in Stacey Widlitz, who might not suggest that. She's the president of SW Retail Advisors. Still negative on Nike. By the way, they're doing the race right now, but she didn't get the 4 minutes, Stacey, 4:06, which is still a new world record.
You know what? Like anywhere between like 4 and 8, like, well done.
4 and 10 for me at this point. So you've also been doing some channel checks, some tracking of everything going on. You know, it would be so great to see Elliott Hill come in and be able to turn this company around. But why do you think that's still an uphill battle?
Yeah, I mean, Elliott's obviously inherited a very tough situation, and he gets it. You certainly have to reduce the classics, which he's doing, the dunks. You got to clear the channel. That's going to take some time, and we're going to see that in the earnings hit today. We're going to see revenues down double digits. We're going to see big margin hits from the clearance. And, you know, we're going to see newness flow in, new colors, new styles, which is great. But I think right now what we're seeing is a much higher percentage of apparel on discount. And we're really seeing the bifurcation between Adidas and Nike increase. I mean, Adidas was up 17%. Nike's going to be down 15%. So I still think it's a long road ahead. And the other thing is that they're changing the dynamics of the marketplace. They're reducing discounts, and they're going to take the inventory from the channel and put it in factory. So alert, holiday shopping, be in Nike factory.
What do they do to fix it? What could they say in earnings you think that would get the market excited and maybe kind of point towards brighter times?
Yeah, I think, you know, we need to hear more about the new running styles and the kind of traction they're gaining. Also, it would be great to hear that the channel is really starting to clear, perhaps a little quicker than we thought. Certainly, the new CEO is working on re-engaging with the wholesale channel, which Nike really kind of turned its back on for a while, and now they realize we need them. They're our partner here. I think the other thing to think about is that as there is more full price selling and less discounting, particularly in e-commerce, will the customer be willing to pay full price enough to offset the reduction intentionally in those classics we're talking about?
Yeah.
And certainly if there aren't discounts out there, you know, does that give the customer a little less likelihood to get out there and shop?
Yeah, we mentioned this a moment ago, but they have Faith Kipyegon out there in Paris trying to break this 4-minute mile mark for women, right? That obviously has never been done before. And she did it in 4:06. I don't know if we have pictures of it, but they're also doing it as a way to show off this 3D printed sports bra, I guess. 3D printing reminds me a lot of like cool things from 10 years ago, but whatever. I mean, more importantly, as people focus on this and product, which was the original thing that put Under Armour on the map and the original thing that got Nike several times on the map and all the rest of it, Stacey, could this at least help them relaunch, re-grab people's attention, kind of have a new merchandise line that gets people excited again?
Yes, and I think part of the strategy here is to re-engage with women, right? Because women are largely ignored until Lulu and Alo and everybody else came along. So the idea is to be out there and be spending to say to women, hey, we're looking out for you. We're making product for you. So these events are absolutely important to them. Certainly, you know, we heard about the Skims collaboration or brand, and that has been delayed. So as we think about new product and new innovation, you know, it doesn't actually inspire so much confidence when you say, okay, there's a product delay here. That will certainly help reinvigorate apparel and again, reach out to women. But once again, we have a little glitch here.